Hang on. Easy. Easy, boys. Shoo-wee. Crystal Lake doing Crystal Lake things. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications because it helps me out a lot, and that's very cool of you. Now we're back with more Crystal Lake, and I'll tell you why. My buddy Tank the Tech had a look at a song called Aeon, and he said, dude, you have to look at this song. No brainer. If Tank says I have to, then I has to. So, without further ado, Crystal Lake, Aeon. Let's see what you got. Sci-fi. Nope. Hang on a second. When I hear a gap in music like that, I know it's building into something else, and knowing them, they're going to elevate this to a whole new level. This is heavy. A far more aggressive approach to a song than I've heard from them. And they've been heavy anyway. This is just another level. I love how they started this. You know, it was that quick little sci-fi vocal piece in the beginning, and then straight into absolute controlled chaos with those nice gaps in the middle. And in those gaps, I think you can hear some trem picking, alternate picking, but there's also this weird synth modulation that doesn't really have a tonal repetition to it. It's meant to make you feel kind of uncomfortable, but also provide a break at the same time, so job done. And then back into it again, just awesome. There was an evolution because during the really heavy, intense piece, just before, at some point there was ultra double kick, and I can't wait to see that live because that is just remarkable speed. But there was a piece where I could hear more lead work popping through. So it was an evolution of the heavy piece. And it's really smart. A lot of care to a piece that is so compact and so heavy that it would have been fine to leave it as it was. But no, give us more, make it a better experience for the listener. And I appreciate it. This is intense. The vocals on top, just icing on top of the heaviest cake you've ever heard eaten. Hang on. Easy. Easy, boys. Shoo-wee. Crystal Lake doing Crystal Lake things. This song is heavier than 2020. Hot damn. The blast beats in this are just stupid. Absolutely silly. So good. I gotta see this. If there's a live version of this somewhere, let me know because I gotta see it. I know they're not going to do anything on the recording. They can't do live, so that is just going to be a treat to see. It's going to be awesome. I really like this last piece. They've in no way taken their foot off the gas, but they have provided somewhat of a journey, and they've given you new defined pieces to listen to. The guitar work, it was like dun dun dun. It was kind of ringing out those chords. That's more like a hardcore vibe, right? And you could even hear with the drums behind it, the vocals on top, that almost shout screaming. It's really reminiscent of some like older hardcore stuff I used to listen to, but they're just really good at this, man. They're really good at being thoughtful within something so heavy and so intense that you can't help but appreciate it. And I know there's a lot of people who aren't into all the heavy stuff, and that's fine, but you will never be able to take away the talent and the care that's gone into this. If it's not for you, that's cool. It sure as hell is for me. Perfection, give up the love to God. It does the human race. Okay, right here. This is what I'm talking about hardcore. That dun 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 dun. Shout out Palm Mute Gang. Where you at? Now, I'm excited. I'm excited for a lot of reasons. It's Crystal Lake doing Crystal Lake things. It's heavy. There's palm muting. I'm on leave at the time of recording this. I like every single thing that's going on here. The blast beats are great. A lot of people can play those kind of blast beats close to that speed for short periods of time. But for the duration that he did that, remarkable. An enormous stamina. And even my air drumming cannot keep up. Must practice. Give up the love to God. It is the human race. Sequence for more perfection. Give it to system. The perversion of cognition. Something is but the total delusion. Ruin. Reborn. It's not to shed the flesh. It's not your right to be reborn. Okay, headphones. Headphone gang, where you at? Listen, here's the thing. When you have something that's going to build up into like a heavy breakdown, as they did there, you need a way to break up the segments, right? And the drums did that. They did the job for us in the beginning. So double kick, constant, remove that it just be like more of a groove, more of a settle. So that broke that up. And then all of a sudden you hear this lead work coming from the right headphone. And I move around a lot because I'm trying to find space. It helps me visualize stuff in a mix. And you hear that coming from the right headphone a little bit back, and then behind that from the left almost sounds like it sweeps in to kind of match and build up with it. It's really cool. I'm a big fan of how they did that. Please have a listen to that with headphones if you can, because it is an experience. This is terrifying. I like it. So the drummer doesn't have feet, he has 2 machine guns. What are we doing? This is awesome. This is too much though. But also not enough. I want more. I come down to see what they have done all together. We were damned from the sun, covered with plagues of printed stars, controlled by plastic size, and simply dies. No salvation for humanity, so wicked and filthy. And still we will proclaim in the circle we I just want to go back to hear this piece here again. There's this like conflict between the robotic kind of voice and then the human voice, and it's the scream, ultra brutal. It goes into something that sounds like it's a build-up, but it isn't. It's actually one of the heaviest breakdowns you're ever going to hear, and they solidify that when the vocals come in. When vocals come on top of it, and you can hear the quick break, long. I'll say break because it's part of the breakdown, but there's a quick and a long, and they kind of loop over each other, and it sounds like in the gap. I always speak about breakdowns. If you want it to sound heavy, leave a gap in the middle, and they did that, but it was filled up with this like robotic synthy kind of sound, and it started out much lower and became more prominent. Didn't quite match the intensity of the guitar and drums, but it definitely worked its way up that ladder, and it became full and more full and more full and more chaotic and more of a struggle. And you can hear almost like this conversation between the two vocals. I can't obviously catch a lot of the words because it is so heavy. I will go back and read them, but just very, very, very cool. That's it. Probably a good thing my heart can't take anymore. That was awesome. I say, is that it? Because there was so much going on, and there was that little piece at the end there where it was building up again, and I thought something else was going to come. That was absolutely sick. I loved that. That's my vibe. It's my whole vibe. Give me more of that. Now, so heavy, heavier than 2020? Absolutely. Definitely the heaviest song I've heard from them. I'm so energetic right now. I need to do something. What can I do? Probably go for a run. That'll help. This is remarkable. I'm a big fan of these guys. I kind of really like their sound. It was nostalgic to me when I first heard them. It built into something that was just ultra impressive. They have a defined kind of evolution of that metalcore genre, but they're bringing in a lot of things like that hardcore elements, a lot of technicalities that I'm a big fan of, and I just like them, man. Tank, thank you for that, and can't wait for more. Let me know what to do next. Until then, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.